What makes Jamar Chase one of the NFL's most unstoppable wide receivers? From dominating in high school to rewriting the record books at LSU and then taking over in the NFL, his rise is the definition of greatness. By the end of this video, you'll see why Jamar is in a league of his own.
Chase spin, there he goes, Jamar Chase, touchdown Bengals.
Jamar Chase's story starts in Harvey, Louisiana, a place with a rich football culture. Jamar attended Archbishop Rummel High School, where he was a 4-star recruit known for his explosive speed and ability to make it happen with run after catch. Chase quickly became one of the best recruits out of Louisiana. In his senior year, Chase posted some impressive stats, including over 1,000 receiving yards and 13 touchdowns. His athleticism caught the attention of some of the biggest colleges in the country, and he received 28 total offers, but only had 4 official visits. The schools Chase visited were Auburn, TCU, Michigan, and finally LSU. Even though some of the top programs showed interest, he ultimately chose LSU, one of the best college football programs in the country.
Louisiana State University.
At LSU, Chase thrived in what's known as wide receiver U,
Jamar Chase, wide receiver university.
A place that's produced many of the popular and well-respected names in the NFL. Some of those names being Odell Beckham Jr., Justin Jefferson, Jarvis Landry, Dwayne Bowe, Brian Thomas Jr., and Malik Neighbors. Jamar's journey to LSU wasn't just marked by a blunder of commitments and decommitments, it also included challenges from surprising sources too. During his high school recruitment stage, former LSU coach Les Miles told Chase he didn't think he could succeed as a wide receiver, suggesting that he should transition to cornerback. This statement didn't sit well with Chase and became a motivating force. Miles, who was fired from LSU in 2016 but later joined Kansas, would go on to watch Chase prove him wrong in a historic way. Chase dedicated himself to redefining his skills as a receiver and stayed focused on his goal. Jamar's recruitment journey had its own twist. After initially committing to Kansas on February 4th, 2017, he quickly backed out just 8 days later. Chase then committed to the University of Florida in July of 2017. But when Florida parted ways with head coach Jim McElwain, Chase decommitted once more, posting on Twitter that he hoped his decision would be respected. While rumors suggested that he might commit to TCU, it was LSU where he ultimately enrolled in 2018. His success continued in the NFL, where he shattered rookie records, including the Super Bowl era record for receiving yards for a rookie, which was 1,455, and the single game rookie receiving yard record, which was 266 yards in a game. Les Miles' doubts fueled Jamar's rise, turning a critique into a key part of his story and a reminder of the power of perseverance. During Jamar's freshman year, he only made 8 starts as a true freshman. He put up 313 yards and 3 touchdowns, but it was in 2019 alongside superstar quarterback Joe Burrow that Chase had his breakout season, recording 1,780 yards and 20 touchdowns. The LSU Tigers team is widely regarded as one of the greatest college football teams of all time, and Jamar Chase played a pivotal role in their historic championship run. With Joe Burrow as the quarterback and Chase leading the receiving corps, LSU's offense was virtually unstoppable, breaking records and dominating their opponents throughout the season, and this team ended up being 15-0. Chase's standout performances started early but reached their peak during the most crucial games. During the Peach Bowl against Oklahoma, Chase recorded 2 receptions for 61 yards as LSU cruised to a 63-28 victory. While his numbers were low in this game, his presence opened up opportunities for fellow receiver Justin Jefferson, who dropped 227 yards and 4 touchdowns. The national championship game against Clemson was where Chase truly solidified his legacy. Facing off against one of the nation's toughest defenses, he delivered an unforgettable performance. He caught 9 passes for 221 yards and 2 touchdowns. 2 of the most iconic plays of the game came from 2 touchdown passes from Joe Burrow to Chase, where the plays almost looked the same. Chase used his speed to beat Clemson's star cornerback and NFL star AJ Terrell down the sideline. These plays set the tone for LSU's offensive dominance and highlighted the chemistry between Burrow and Chase. Jamar's yards and touchdowns this season were SEC and LSU records. His ability to make contested catches, break tackles, and create explosive plays after the catch made him the ultimate weapon in LSU's arsenal. The duo of Burrow and Chase became the heart of LSU's offense, with Burrow often looking to Chase in critical moments, knowing that he could trust his receiver to deliver. Chase's contributions to the 2019 LSU Tigers cannot be overstated. He not only set records but also played his best football when it mattered most. He helped LSU secure a 42-25 victory over Clemson in the national championship game, and cementing their place in college football history. His performances earned him the prestigious Biletnikoff Award, solidifying his status as one of the best in college football. After a dominant 2019 season, Jamar Chase made the decision to opt out of the 2020 season due to concerns about the COVID-19 pandemic. This was a pivotal decision in his career as it allowed him to fully prepare for the 2021 NFL draft, but also raised questions at the time about his readiness for the NFL. Despite not playing that season, Chase was still regarded as one of the top wide receiver prospects heading into the draft. His decision paid off when he was selected 5th overall by the Cincinnati Bengals, reuniting him with his college quarterback Joe Burrow.
With the 5th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Jamar Chase, wide receiver, LSU.
Jamar's scouting report included emphasis on his effortless burst, rare ball tracking skills, and ability to win contested catches. However, concerns lingered over his route running consistency and his struggles against press coverage, especially when hard jams disrupted his release. Jamar's NFL career didn't start as smoothly as expected because in his second preseason game against Washington, Chase dropped all 3 of his targets, which was a shocking moment for a top 5 pick. Social media erupted and I kind of think they overreacted. Critics started questioning if the Bengals had made a mistake drafting him so high. Some even suggested he wasn't ready for the NFL. The pressure was mounting, but Chase would soon silence these doubts in a big way during his rookie season. In his rookie season, Chase recorded over 1,400 receiving yards and 13 touchdowns. Burrow threw for 4,600 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions that year. Chase immediately proved himself as one of the league's top wide receivers. His chemistry with Joe Burrow was built during their time at LSU and quickly became one of the most lethal duos in the NFL. The Bengals also went 10-7 that season. His connection with Joe Burrow was clear, and they helped the Bengals reach the biggest stage of them all, the Super Bowl. In Super Bowl 56, the Cincinnati Bengals faced the Los Angeles Rams on February 13, 2022. Chase finished this game with 5 receptions for 89 yards, including a crazy one-handed 46-yard catch against Rams cornerback Jalen Ramsey, who was widely regarded as one of the league's best defenders. This highlight-worthy play showcased Jamar's elite athleticism, body control, and his ability to rise to the occasion in crucial moments. Despite Chase's strong performance, the Bengals fell short, losing 23-20. The Rams' relentless pass rush led by Aaron Donald and Von Miller disrupted Burrow throughout the game, limiting Cincinnati's offensive rhythm in the second half. While the loss was heartbreaking, Chase's efforts solidified his reputation as a game changer who could deliver in high-pressure situations. In his second season, Jamar Chase continued to dominate the NFL. Despite missing 5 games, he still finished the season with 1,046 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns. Chase averaged 87 yards per game and had multiple huge performances, including a 119-yard game against Cleveland, 130 yards against the Falcons, 132 yards against the Saints, and 124 yards against the Steelers. Jamar's third season, he saw even more growth as he established himself as one of the league's elite wide receivers. He played in 16 games and recorded 1,216 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns. This season was pretty notable for his consistency. As he continued to make clutch plays in key moments, Chase's ability to break free for big plays became a staple of the Bengals offense. In the 2024 offseason, Jamar Chase sought a contract extension with the Bengals, aiming to surpass Justin Jefferson's record-setting deal. Jefferson has secured a 4-year, $140 million extension with the Vikings, and that included $110 million guaranteed, making him the highest-paid receiver in NFL history. Jamar's goal was to exceed Jefferson's contract by a minimal amount, reportedly by just 1 penny, to become the highest-paid wide receiver. To apply pressure during these negotiations, Chase held out during training camp.
For a second straight day in a row, Jamar Chase arrived at practice 17 minutes late this Thursday, wearing street clothes once again.
He reported to the building to avoid daily fines but refrained from practicing, expressing his desire for a new deal. Despite these efforts, the Bengals and Chase did not reach an agreement before the season began. Consequently, Chase entered the 2024 NFL season without a new contract, continuing to play under his rookie deal. In the 2024 season, Jamar Chase finally cemented himself at the top of the food chain with the best of the best in the modern day. By week 11, he had already surpassed 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns. His chemistry with Joe Burrow remains intact. Chase finished the season with 1,708 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 127 receptions, making him the second Triple Crown winner since 2005. These numbers put him at the #1 spot for receivers, surpassing Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Jerry Jeudy. As of December 25th, 2024, Joe Burrow has connected with Jamar Chase for 44 touchdowns and 53 games in their NFL careers. With his combination of speed, route running, and hands, Chase is continuing to dominate NFL defenses and is positioned to be one of the NFL's top receivers for years to come. Jamar's impact on the NFL is undeniable. He's become one of the most feared wide receivers in the league. His clutch performances, including a crazy 264-yard and 3-touchdown game against the Ravens this year, cemented his place as a game changer. As of right now, Chase has already surpassed 5,000 receiving yards and 45 touchdowns, and he shows no signs of slowing down. His career path has continued growth, and he's already one of the best receivers in the game. Jamar Chase is not just another wideout, he's a future legend. From his early days in Louisiana to LSU and now an NFL superstar, his story proves that greatness is earned, not given. Next time you watch him make an unbelievable catch, remember that Chase is the real deal and his story's just beginning. Who do you think has been the most impactful wide receiver in the NFL today? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth analysis on the game's top players.